Oh, hello. I've only gone and built another tool. Niche, of course, because I built it just for me. Hopefully niche enough that you're the only person that buys it, and then I won't have to maintain it. It'll just be me and you, which will be nice. So the tool basically looks at the objects in your object manager and then lays out the UVs as UDIMs in the order they are in your object manager. As far as I can tell, there's nothing native in Cinema 4D that will do this. I could be wrong, in which case I've wasted my time and yours, but that's fine. It's all been good fun. So how it works is you build your scene and you UV it as normal, and your UVs will end up in the 0, tile as per, but they're all stacked on top of each other. Right, so at that point, if you was to bring it into Substance Painter and you painted on the bed, you'd get that paint stroke on the bed, the mirror, the door, the t-shirt, because they're all just laying on top of each other. That's why you want to lay your UDIMs out. And if you've got 1 or 2 UDIMs, just do it by hand. But if you've got a shitload like me, it's a pain in the arse. So you just select all the items in your object manager, and then with my tool UDIM Layout loaded, if you know you've got good UVs already, you can just hit Layout UDIMs and it will lay them out. And I've imported a few bits that were multi-object models that had been UV packed into one UV square. So if I was to lay those out as is, then you would have a square, sort of say like this one here, where you're not making the most of the UV space available to you because it's squished into one corner where it could be taking up the whole square. If that makes sense to you, probably does if you're into UDIMs. So I've added this repack each object, and that will go through and first make sure that each object is making the most of the UV tile, and then it will lay them out. So then you just hit layout. Now, fair warning, it takes a while and I've got a lot of stuff to go through. Now, so that you know it's working, down in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a little progress bar which tells you what's going on. Now, I know that because I'm screen recording this and I've got a lot of stuff, this is going to take quite a while. Maybe a couple of minutes. But if I was to lay out all this stuff by hand, I think it would probably take 10, 15 minutes, because when you select an object, you're only looking at that object's UVs. So if I select an object and then move the UVs onto, say, tile 6.1, and then select another object, I've got to remember that I've already used up to 6.1, gone to 7.1, etc., etc. It's a pain in the ass. So even though this is taking a long time, it's still way quicker than doing it by hand. And I suspect if you have 5 or 6 items, then it'll be a lot quicker. So there you go. I don't know how long that was. It was quite a while in this modern age of click and get. But there you go. All neatly laid out. It's the price of a coffee. If you want it, grab it. If you don't, I built it for me. So it's all good.